the headlines. 3 days Northeast Asian Business Summit hosted by Manipur begins at City Convention Center. Hello and welcome to Istv English News. Now let's see the news in detail. 3 days Northeast Asian Business Summit hosted by Manipur has begun at City Convention Center, Imphal from today. Union Minister of State Independent Charge, Ministry of Donor Dr. Jitendra Singh graced as chief guest in the inaugural function. Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly T.H. Lokeshwar as President and Ministry of Commerce, Government of Bangladesh, Tofel Ahmed as Special Guest of Honor, and Minister Govindas Kontozam as Chief Host, and Chief Secretary of Meghalaya, K.S. Krofa, and Chief Secretary of Manipur, O. Nabakeshwar, as Guest of Honors in the opening ceremony. The business summit was mainly focused on how to manage investment in northeastern states and to develop and upgrade the entrepreneurs. 10 representatives from 10 Asian countries and many ambassadors along with 8 representatives from Government of India and northeastern states are participating at the summit. The Asian countries are Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Laos and Brunei. During the summit, a panel discussion on life skills and livelihood for Northeast youth in the future, media entertainment industry, how to link up with Asian countries and the northeastern state, and for development in the sector of trade and commerce and tourism, etc. will be held, chaired by Donor Secretary Narbeen Verma and Ministry of External Affairs Secretary Preeti Sharma. In connection with the ongoing first ever industrial expo, a skill fair has begun on the ground floor of the City Convention Center. Minister of Commerce and Industry Govindas Kontozam, PHED Minister I. Hemochandra, Additional Chief Secretary Shuhel Akhtar and many officials from different departments were present at the inaugural function of the fair. Addressing the gathering, Minister Govindas Kontozam said the problem and the difficulty faced by many youths of Manipur being unemployed can be eased away if they understand what skill development is.
Understand what skill development actually is. Our people are very skillful, but we fail to exploit it and market it properly. So we need to make a campaign throughout the state and let the people, particularly the young boys and girls who are eagerly waiting for employment, should be made understand what skill development and what are the schemes taking up under this department for sustainable livelihood or employment to the youths of our state. And our Honorable Chief Minister is trying very hard to get more investment on skill development.
Minister I. Hemochandra said even though the youths of Manipur are very skillful, there are very less platform in the state where they can show their skills. He appealed to the members of the corporate world and business community from outside the state to utilize the skills of the people of Manipur through skill development programs.
Maybe the hospitality industry, maybe any service sector, whatever may be the case. So I'm sure there's going to be tremendous, possibilities which are going to come out of this conclave. And please give your heart and soul to this conclave. And as a lot of people will be deliberating on this over the next 2 days, we feel honored, we feel good that finally Imphal has arrived. Mr. Modi is talking about, the Eastern Corridor. We Istanbul, Turkey se lekar, Asia Minor se lekar, Turkey se lekar, Singapore tak, or beyond. And what is the entrepot? Entrepot is Imphal. You have to come through Imphal. There is no other route. So friends from the corporate world, from the business community, please do come. Manipur is not the same Manipur which was there about 15 years back or 20 years back. It is happening, it is vibrant. Law and order situation has improved. We were talking about surrendered militants. We have to get them into the fold. We have to skill them. We have to, we have to skill the dropouts. क्या जरूरत है? You don't need a graduate. You don't need a graduate to, to be manning a security agency. Security guard बनने के लिए graduate बनने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Director of REAMS, Dr. S. Rita, and Medical Superintendent Dr. M. Amuba inaugurated a newly constructed casualty building which has 50 beds for male casualties at REAMS today. Addressing the inaugural function, Medical Superintendent Dr. M. Amuba said a casualty block and another casualty building with 1,000 beds to accommodate maternity and child cases will also be constructed soon. Earlier, there was a common casualty building for male and female. However, there will be separate buildings now. It had become very crucial to have new casualty buildings as a large number of people from within and outside the state come to the casualty for treatment. The standard of the old casualty had become unsuitable for the present time, he added.
미워이 그라 아들 강국 그러나 비엔더 번 와이도 여러 번에 아니 사진 거디 미 그디 막 되는 바 그런 거니 아코이는 밤저버디 그 선도 하나보기 때문에 포인트 별시다 아와도 가이데 스마이트 비 하나서 선도 이 동가 이네 라운 통 저리 나시시 이 땅들에 2016 World Health Day 말레비 학장 부분 및 관련 마일에나 REAMS na sige casualty services ki kapasi mayam takatosere.
United People Front UPF Manipur expressed gratitude to all who extended help in successfully organize the 10th Mega Marathon Manipur 2016 on the theme Run for Your Nation, which was held on April 3rd, organized by United People's Front UPF and Manipur Athletic Association of Manipur. UPF expressed to extend help in future too. MPCC President T.N. Haukib extended warm greetings to the people of Manipur on the occasion of Nongma Panba Cherauba, one of the biggest festivals for Meitei and a new year for the Meitei calendar. He wished that the festival ushers in happiness, peace and tranquility among all the communities residing in Manipur. He wished a very happy and a prosperous new year. On the other hand, MLA of Thamaiban Assembly constituency K.H. Joykisant wished the people of Manipur on the coming of Sajibu Nongma Cherauba festival, which is a new year in the Meitei calendar. Addressing a press meet held at his residence today, he wished that Meitei Cherauba brings peace and harmony among all the people of the state. He also appealed to the people to fight together against the threats that comes to the unity and integrity of Manipur.
Manipur da leiriba praja mayam nupi mayam mine mayam da aduguma thoktaba aduga kangluk masel gida hena nungsinaba chesenba shanti leiba amadu handaki lagliba sheni charau sina oshinoina Manipur praja mayam da ina hojelasi pijari.
Now moving on to some national and international news. Studying in the prestigious Indian Institute of Technology is to set burr in a big hole in your pocket. The annual fee for undergraduate courses in the IITs will be hiked from Rs 90,000 to Rs 2 lakh from the upcoming academic session, according to officials of the Human Resource Development Ministry. An IIT panel had last week approved a proposal for a threefold hike in annual fees of the institute. The committee had also emphasized that every student should be provided educational loans at an interest-free basis and without collateral under the Vidya Lakshmi scheme, sources said. Another key recommendation the Standing Committee of IIT Council SCIC met was that the proposed new entrance examination designed to test the aptitude conducted by a National Authority of Tests NAT would be held from 2017 onwards. Final decision in this regard rests with Union HRD Ministry Smriti Irani, it is learned. With the banks outrightly rejecting two offers made by businessman Vijay Mallya towards payment of dues totally worth rupees 9,000 crore, the Supreme Court on Thursday ordered him to file an affidavit on oath disclosing all assets as on March 31st, 2016 in India and abroad, not only in his name but also in those of his wife and children. Mr. Mallya has time till April 21 to do this. A bench of Justices Korean Joseph and Rohinton Nariman asked Mr. Mallya's lawyers to get instructions from him and also indicate in the same affidavit when he would be present in the Supreme Court. The bench agreed with the banks that Mr. Mallya's presence in court is necessary for any meaningful negotiations to kick off. The apex court also agreed with banks that Mr. Mallya should first pay in advance a substantial amount of his dues as an initial payment to prove his bona fide to them. The bench then directed him to spell out in the April 21 affidavit the amount he is willing to put on the table for negotiations to start. Some Facebook posts suggest evidence of large-scale efforts to shell military weapons convicted by terrorists and militants. The weapons include many distributed by the United States to security forces and their proxies in the Middle East. These online bazaars to violate Facebook's recent ban on the private sales of weapons have been appearing in regions where the Islamic State has its strongest presence. This week, after the New York Times provided Facebook with 7 examples of suspicious groups, the company shut down 6 of them. The headlines once again. 3 days Northeast Asian Business Summit hosted by Manipur begins at City Convention Center. Thank you for joining with us and stay tuned for more updates.